Tell them to bring me my money.
Now, many of you know that Nickelodeon and a bunch of other weirdos with a checklist of diversity and a greed of money has declared our certified God, our peacekeeper, a man who has seen us grow from wee children to the men we are now. They've declared him gay. Now, let's make something very clear. I don't necessarily care if he likes men. If he wants a little Squidward nose in his chocolate starfish, I don't really give a crap. The fact of the matter is, Nickelodeon has contradicted and went against Steven Hillenburg's image for SpongeBob twice now. That's right, twice. First, Camp Coral came out, or got announced, should I say. Complete BS, which we'll review that later. And they are now going against Steven's image of SpongeBob's sexuality. He mentioned 15 years ago, 15, that SpongeBob was not gay. He was just asexual. You know what that is, right? Asexual is when you're not interested in either. But now that Pride Month's here,
Oh yeah, Pride Month. Oh fuck yeah. Oh shit. Oh.
Nickelodeon decided to fire up the flame again and make the claim that SpongeBob has indeed liked males this whole time. Now I know you'll probably say, "Oh, you're just being homophobic." No, we're not being homophobic again. If he's gay, that's fine. But at the same time, SpongeBob has been here for 2 decades, 20 years. They make him gay as if it's such a minuscule character development. The show is about having laughs in the character, but now they've dived into love and sexuality. It's making it into a thing that kids don't really need to be seeing at a young age. And this is a show like SpongeBob, a show for all ages to enjoy nostalgia and have a laugh, not something to wave around sexuality.
Now, me and my colleague here searched for opinions on this new topic because we were just trying to find like new opinions on just trying to be open minded, see what other people think about it. And by the way, don't be afraid to do the same thing in the comments uh, about SpongeBob's newly found sexuality. Many people appear to think that the main reason this is getting backlash is because the backlash is being created by homophobes. If you genuinely believe that our argument so far has been homophobic, please just click off now, because unless you've been picking your nose for the last 3 minutes, you're probably not open to new opinions. These opinions we found consist of arguments like, oh, well, that's an argument from 15 years ago. Nickelodeon literally confirmed it on Twitter today when people mentioned Steven Hillenburg's claim that SpongeBob is indeed asexual. If you ask me, I trust in SpongeBob's literal creator from 15 years ago more than Nickelodeon today, who are the ones who opened about SpongeBob's homosexuality all of a sudden just because it's Pride Month. Some people have made arguments about hints of his homosexuality, like when he adopted a baby clam and Patrick, and he became a mother, quote unquote. To that argument, I say, fuck you. I'm just kidding. Well, kind of. What makes you think that SpongeBob wants to have bouncy times with Patrick just because he plays the comedic role of the female parental guardian? SpongeBob is funny. It's not romantic, not sexual, not attracted to anyone or anything. It's just a show for people to enjoy and laugh. Now, some people have pointed out that SpongeBob is not actually gay nor asexual, but straight. Some people have brought up that Mr. Squarepants has married Sandy in one episode. This was made by Nickelodeon when Steven temporarily retired from the show. Although you can make the argument that no one had any problem when Nickelodeon disproved Hillenburg's claim of him being asexual by making him straight, which I can see, that also brings up a bigger problem, as they made up their minds that he's straight in that episode, but now he's suddenly homosexual. I mean, what? This has just made it abundantly clear that Nickelodeon only sees SpongeBob as a way of flaunting their support for the LGBTQ community, which wouldn't be that big of a problem if it wasn't SpongeBob. It's disrespectful to Hillenburg, who has now passed and is being taken advantage by Nickelodeon, but also somewhat disrespectful to the LGBTQ community. Nickelodeon has created this image of a gay SpongeBob just to make money off this community, who's trying to simply fit in. Nickelodeon's drive only seems to reflect off their greed. And going back to what some other people think, a popular opinion that people seem to use as some kind of prime example is just like no one seems to care when straight couples are established in kid shows and they're frequently shown kissing and something I don't know. But when a gay couple is introduced, oh, it's just suddenly too much for kids. If you ask me, that doesn't apply here. SpongeBob, as I've said 2 times now, is simply a silly and funny kids show. It doesn't represent any reoccurring couples or sexualization. It's silly. It's just funny. It's nothing serious. Take the Loud House for example. That's a kids show. Many may know that Luna Loud uh, has been made to come out as a homosexual by Nickelodeon. Maybe about 2 years ago. I don't know. The difference between that and this situation is that the Loud House is aimed towards seeing life in the perspective as of kids. There's reoccurring relationships and couples of diversity, while SpongeBob is a completely different media. Again, if you don't agree with our points here, or some of the stuff we've mentioned, seriously, don't be afraid to say something in the comments. We'll do our best to be open-minded on the issue. We'll, respond to your opinions and be as respectful as possible. So, yeah, that's about it. See ya.